Hey everybody. All right. I don't have my audio mixer, so I hope audio is coming through. I'm guessing it probably is. Anyway, uh, today I want to talk about some of the things I do to find new products and talk about new products. And oh wow, that's kind of fun. Anyway, and discuss basically all these new products that are coming out, how I find them, and then talk about some of the ones that are actually really useful. There's so many products and new companies that are coming out on a, I would say, weekly basis, but it's daily, and I can prove it. What's really fun about I guess the whole tech space right now is things are a little bit crazy. Is on the tech space right now, there's so much coming out. There is, I would say 80% of it is all AI driven stuff. And there's another 10% that is productivity and another 10% that is actually useful. Um, that was weird. I got a chat rate. Anyway, I've never seen that before. But anyway, so there's one tool. There's a lot of tools out there, but there's one tool to find the latest and greatest products. They've been doing it for a while. The name of it is Product Hunt. And I think I set this up. Uh, this isn't my regular setup. As you all know, this week I am coming from, where am I coming from? I don't know, upstate New York or something. Anyway, regardless, let me see if this works, and then we will go through how I found some of these products and then what I did with them. And then I did a little bit of testing in regards to them. But there's one that really, I was like, there's no way it's that easy. And it was. So I'm going to talk about that too. But today I'm going to talk about products and AI. So let's go. All right. So as you can see here, oh wow, it actually looks like it did come through. Yay. As you can see here, Product Hunt. Yay. So on Product Hunt, you have a list of products, and pay attention to this. Top products launching today. These are the featured ones, right? But if I click on all, there we go, and I start scrolling through, these are all the products. Still going. This is just today. It's insane. And wow, okay, this is kind of ridiculous. Eventually I'll get to yesterday. So today is March 27th, and it's really kind of crazy because this, like, I would love to see how many. So hold on one sec. Something's happening behind me. Oh, somebody's getting some yard delivered. All right. Well, there you go. So in here, there is these are all the ones from yesterday. And Product Hunt is really good because people will come here and release products. Some of them will release products before they're even released. Don't do that. Don't create a website, say, oh my gosh, I'm releasing this amazing product, and you haven't created it yet. It's really annoying. So this is what I wanted to talk about. Website builder. All right. So everyone's like, oh, AI can build websites now. And it can. And build a business website in 30 seconds. Build your personal brand and make side income. These are just the ones that I have literally just searched. Beautiful websites in minutes without code. And there's some big ones out there like Elementor. That's a huge one that was released. That was not released recently. That's basically a WordPress plugin. Butternut AI. And I'll talk about that one too. You can actually see how many ratings they have, and this actually goes through it with link in bio, but rich and beautiful. I don't know what that means. But then you can go into it, and then it'll give you a little personal page, show everything you are and create, fun and delightful, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, but it creates a personal page for you. And that's what Bento does. That was just one I clicked on. That's not one I want to talk about today. But I've gone through a lot of these, and AI. So everyone's familiar with ChatGPT. Before I get into the website building, I want to talk about the other side of things. So with AI, there's so many AI products. And actually, wait, let me show you that on Product Hunt. So if I come back to Product Hunt and I won't even search for anything. I'm going to get rid of it. I am going to come back to the root of Product Hunt. So there is nothing that I've done. There's no searches, no filtering, nothing. So let's see. Talk AI, immersive AI with your dream characters. So AI. Job Tracker One Place with the power of AI. Dev environment management, that's probably AI. Ask AI for actions. The browser does tasks for you, probably AI. First ever AI form builder in Figma. Learn a quick language by practice speaking with AI. AI transcribe. As you can see, like every other one. Transform operations with generative AI. Anyway, so we're all familiar with AI, and it has become really, really huge. But what's really cool about Product Hunt is Product Hunt actually will give you a list of everything out there that people have submitted, obviously. And this is where people come to launch their new startups, their new products, see what sticks, and then it's a great way to figure out market fit. It's a great way to launch a product and build a community pretty quickly. It's like doing something like Kickstarter without getting the funding. This is actually all free, and you don't have to subscribe or set up anything. Uh, it's free, and they're doing that so they can actually build things out. They actually have a Chrome extension, so when you open a new tab, you literally see the top products of the day, which is really cool. But let's talk about GPT. So ChatGPT, if you're not familiar with it, you're missing something. But there's a new one that I found on Product Hunt called Local GPT. Local Private Free. So what it does, it actually runs a version of an LLM on your local machine. There's source code here on GitHub. And I was like, wow, this is really interesting. But here's the thing, and I'm speculating. I don't know. I haven't looked into it. But if it's a Chrome extension and it's running locally, which it could be, but if it's a Chrome extension, how private is it? Because you know it's going through Chrome. Anyway, my 2 cents for the day. So let's get into some of the ones that I found that will generate websites. So first is this one, rewrite your web presence in a page generated in 30 seconds, right? What's really cool when you go to one of these sites, you can literally click on visit website, and I will do that, and it will take you here. Build your website for free. So let's do it. I'll accept everything. So I click on this. And what is the name of my company? Startups and Code. Next. What business do you operate? Tech consulting and podcasting. Kind of. I'm working on it. In which city or country is your business located? United States. And I'll do New York. New York. All right. What service does your offer? Tech consulting. Mentoring. Professional CTO. That sounds fun. I don't want to see lowercase. There you go. Enter email. Y'all should already have my email, so enjoy. Generate a website. Wow. So, real life example. Not one I will use again. However, it did get my email, so kudos to them. Does this actually work? I have no idea. Not one I would probably use again. You got to get your demos working. So much for Page. Gone. This is a website builder for WordPress. So I don't have WordPress installed. I've done a lot of WordPress, but let's visit the website. Yeah, you have to download it. It's a plugin for WordPress. This might be, well, this might be pretty amazing. That's kind of fun. Let's check out the pricing. Get started for free. One website. So 49 bucks a year. That's really not bad for if it does everything it says it does. But I don't have WordPress installed, so I can't do that. Great. Get a professional website for free. Okay. Now, this would be something fun to do. Imagine if I did a daily of the top 5 products on Product Hunt, and then I'd review it. And I go, let's do it. Apply in 2 minutes. Here, I'm going to try something. That's weird. There we go. Apply in 2 minutes. Let's see. Tech consulting and podcasting. What is your first name? John. John at Stardust and Code. Oh, it's an application? Oh, so absolutely not. Well, there's another one that is just gathering information about me. Apply. Yeah, I don't want to apply. It's an agency. Wow. Okay, so no. Design beautiful websites from just a prompt. Try it free. Let's try this one. All right, let me do some login stuff and let's see what happens. So let's come back here. I'm going to sign up. Cool. All right. Now I'm back. What is your best role? I'd like to say I'm a developer. For myself, how'd you hear about us? Product Hunt. See, it's even one of the lists. Yay, Product Hunt. All right, click on Finish. Let's create a new site with AI. Oh, it has an intro video. Yay, whatever. Create a new site with AI. Name of your website. Startups at Code. We do tech consulting and process management for startups. There you go. We'll just keep it simple. Generate your website. Configuring global fonts. See, now this is actually generating something. Let's see how long it takes. And keep in mind, this is not edited. This is live streaming. This is real time. And let's see what comes up. So I went through Product Hunt and I looked up website builders and I found like 4, right? Haven't tested any of them. Wanted to do them all real time. So by going through these, this is Doric, Doric.com. It was crazy that the first 2 I did, one was an application for an agency just to gather information and build their mailing list, I'm sure. And the other one didn't even work. So be careful of what you come across. Make sure you test it out. Generally use an email that you're not going to use until you figure out if you really want to share it. It's still generating. We're watching it be built out. Expert consulting and management. As startup consultants who specialize in process management. Oh my gosh. And process MGT, really? That's funny. Then here are testimonials. Are they real? Absolutely not. It's kind of cool that it's generating all of this. So as you know, most single websites do all of this stuff. It's still generating. And as it generates things, you'll see how good it is, what kind of colors it has, what kind of customizations it has, and what you can do with it. Wow, it's still going. I don't want to leave it because I think it's getting close to being done. So I want to see where it ends up. Oh, now it's doing the bottom. Hey, and it's done. Site updated successfully. So let's see what it did for me. Can I preview it? Preview. Of course I can. So header, hero, consulting and process, the 2 things I cover. Expert consulting and management, key topics, development, analytics. Help tech get results, blah, blah, testimonies, services, consulting. Ooh, can I go to about page? Of course I can't. Because none of these pages exist yet. Does have a copyright, which is nice. So let's, wow, go away. So now let's see if I can change something. Like I will change that. I really want to just change the background of this. So let's see, regenerate section, edit section style. That's what I want to do. Let's do color and put it back to kind of my kind of colors. We'll do the darker version. Okay, that's kind of nice. Remember when you're doing color selection, completely out of the scope for this, but when you're doing selection, please make sure that you're being aware of the contrast. Contrast is very important for accessibility and making sure that people can read what you're actually writing. Uh, Add to global color. Great. My logo, whatever. Yeah, it's not bad. Created really simple site, did it pretty quickly, and this is Doric.com. Great. Let's go to the next one. Butternut. So Butternut AI, this one I actually did before, and I even wrote a comment. So product of the week, product of the day. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Butternut AI, great. Following, visit website. Great. So this is fun. So startups and code. I don't know. Let's do tech consulting, process rational. Great. Generate. So this is Butternut. Out of the ones that I've looked at, I was shocked at the little details of this. Like Rome wasn't built in a day, right? These kind of things are really, really fun. Gives you something to read. It is entertaining while you're waiting. I don't need to see it progress like the other one. I don't care. I just want to see the finished product, right? So done. And now, if you look at this one compared to the one we just looked at, that image is great. It has an email pop up for my site. That floored me. So when you do this, this actually will go to an email address that you've configured. There are services with, these are all, this is 100% from Unsplash. These are probably from that too. It has a scrolling, wow, that's really nice. You can add items to it as you organize it. Here is your testimonial section. Wow. And it even has a collapsible section, some metrics that everyone wants to do, and then social media. Like, I can't. And if I go to a contact us page, oh, look, it actually worked. So it's still generating pages here, but it got me far enough. I am not in Stone Ridge, USA, which is fine. But what Butternut has done in, I'd say, seconds, created a great, and there's the pop-up, which is great. Probably want to turn that off if I've already been here, but it's still generating page. So now it has an About Us page. And here's the About Us page. Obviously, you can clean this up and change some of the content, but this is an entire layout. So I'm going to click on preview. And let's go into team. Meet our expert team. And I'm sure, yeah, she's definitely from Unsplash, and so is he. So record that email doesn't exist, but maybe it should. But really just amazing in the matter of seconds. Now, can I change the content of this? I'm sure I can. So let's go do that. So I'm going to come back here. I can add page. I can regenerate. But let's go back to home. Oh, whoops. Didn't want to do that. Can I change this? Oh, yeah. So click on edit, tech consulting, close. Click on this, edit. Great. Edit, add pages, edit nav bar. I can update my logo, change my favicon. That's great. I want to edit this picture though. Oh, regenerate image with AI, regenerate, upload. Oh, wow. There you go. Let's do this. Let's do code dark, code dark theme, computers, office. Okay, that was kind of bad. Regenerate. Let's do computer, uh, office, computers, people. That's better. So there's a great background. And let's do this one. Well, that's a voyage. That's like a journey. That's pretty good. Um, Obviously, I'd upload real images of people. Uh, the, I wonder if I could change this color. Um, Edit, tech consulting, close, save changes. I'm not sure if I can. Let's regenerate this section. Didn't really change much. Our core missions. But overall, this is like a really, really well done, super straightforward website. I can change some things. I can't change everything. Like I'd really like to change the background of this into, oh wait, maybe I can. I can add sections. What is this? Oh, I can hide sections. I can move sections around. Wow, it's pretty nice. So there's the voyage, there's our mission, and there's our visionaries. And I can edit all of this. I can add pages, I can edit. Anyway, you get the point. This one's actually pretty nice. Big fan of Butternut on my first impression and now my second impression. Pretty straightforward, pretty quick. So let me close that and I will come back, and I have already upvoted this. So really nice. Now, oh yeah, I want to talk about this in a second. There's some other things I've run across. So background supply, it gives you all of these backgrounds that you can use for all sorts of things, and it's access. You can use Mid-Journey prompts. It somehow it interfaces with that to actually post to Discord to actually do things. Anyway, 6K images, and I'll just show you one of them. I was looking at the neon one, like really beautiful images. 6K, don't need it that high, but you get the point. Beautiful backgrounds. And this is background.supply, so I will get rid of that just so you can see AI generated backgrounds for your next design project. You can use it for anything. It has I read the licensing. Um, just don't resell it. Like, big shocker. But you can use it for commercial or personal projects. The other thing I wanted to talk about is, make sure that you can see all this. Yeah, we're going through this. All right. Back to Product Hunt. Yeah. So all of this has all these wonderful AI things in it. Go to Product Hunt on a daily basis and see what are the new apps that are coming out. So now if I do a search for AI, wow, sites beyond imagination, one prompt away. So build the next generation of conversational AI, personal AI, Rask AI, photo files. Like it's kind of nuts. So let's go to Dora. I'll just pick one. Text to website tool. Oh, yet another one. So let's visit this one. Let's do modern tech consulting firm with a steampunk vibe. Generate. Of course, I have to log in. All right, hold on. Let's do that. Come back to the camera, and I will do this. Confirm. All right, now I am back. All right, let's get started. A landing page for advertising. So let's tech consulting. Let's see what it said. Tech consulting firm. Simple and clean, futuristic, surrealistic. In aqua studio lighting and a steam punk vibe. Preset blue abstraction. I don't know what that means. So according to this one, that's actually showing me in 15 seconds, it's going to generate a website. 15 seconds. Okay, it's a little over. Great. So I can pick any one of these. I'll just pick this. This one's still going. Let's see. Yeah, I kind of like the first one. So I'm going to click on generate. And now it's actually going to build a website for me. So web development has gotten so much easier with AI. But there's a certain level of customization that will always occur with humans. But if I get a website to 90% of the way in that was 16 seconds, I think it's going to improve my delivery time on everything. And I think there's a lot of basic functionality that needs to be handled. Like, we don't need to reinvent the wheel. I don't need to rewrite auth. I don't need to rewrite signups. I don't need to rewrite newsletter call to actions. Like, it's been done thousands of times. And all of that makes it so much easier. All right, so it's generating right now. So as it generates, I'm going to talk a little bit about the future of AI. So everyone's terrified of AI, and wow, it's generating really quickly. Never mind. So the future of AI, everyone's worried about AI stealing jobs. Yes. let's not pretend. Thanks for upgrading. Enjoy your unlimited edits. Maybe later. I don't believe I upgraded. I don't think I paid for anything. Anyway, I'm going to look at this and look viewport. And this gave me another website in no amount of time. But this is not a website. Just want to call this out. This is a design, not a website. I'll give you feedback later. So if you're familiar with Figma, that's what this is. But let's see what this does. Let's preview this. Is it a real website? Moment of truth. No. This is nice. Visionary insights. That's nice. But this is not a website. This is just a design. And then something else has to implement it. On Butternut, it actually created a real website. I click on publish, it's live. So you got to be careful of all these tools that are out there and what they claim to do and what they actually do. And I've been through a lot of them today. This one's actually kind of interesting. So I'm going to go back to what I was talking about in regards to AI and the future of AI. If you think AI is not going to take jobs and it's just going to free people up for new jobs, well, that's kind of true. But I want to get centered. It's so weird. I don't know where the camera is. Anyway, it will replace jobs. Period. People are going to be unemployed because of AI. It happens every time we have a big technology progression. It happened with automation of the line workers, right? So people would build cars and then a robot could build the car faster and more consistently. And everyone's like, well, what's the advantage of robots over humans? Humans can think better. Blah, blah. Well, there's two things. Oh, I wonder if this works. Yeah. There's two things that are important. One, robots don't need PTO, right? Let's be honest. And robots don't even need sleep. They'll need batteries to be recharged if they are battery operated. However, if they are actually plugged in and actually can do that level of rotation with a constant set of power, then no, they don't even need to ever be recharged. They will be on all the time doing work. But in addition to that, they don't need PTO. They will never have sick days. They will never need time off during is literally reconnection successful. Yeah, so it dropped again. It's kind of interesting. Anyway, it's perfect, right? They are unstoppable and they will never need rest until, like, obviously hardware fails, and then you replace them with another one, and they're not offended. They're not going to strike on you. They're not going to slow down their pace. They're going to perform at the same level on a consistent basis. So, is AI going to replace jobs? Yes. Are we all going to become unemployed? Maybe. Like, it depends on what you do. There are some current industries that are really going to be targeted, and not the ones you may think. Obviously, the easy ones, like, what was it? Garbage collection, right? They're working on automating that. You have a car that's completely autonomous, and then you have to line up everything. But if everything is lined up or it can identify items, it will actually do all of that for you. But some of the other ones that people aren't thinking about, or maybe some people are, I'm sure somebody is the legal system, right? If computers will have access to all of the law documents, precedents, all of that, and will give you much better defense than most public defenders because it's their first year out of college. They're going to forget things. Computers don't forget things. They don't till their memory goes bad, which is actually true. But that's faulty, right? That's a flaw. That's not a fix. So legal, definitely a concern. Diagnosis, medical, like, it will do better diagnosis. It's already doing it in regards to cancer. It is diagnosing cancer faster and better than a human because it has access to everything that has ever come out, is continually updating based off of the data that is coming out. And then obviously software development, like Devin came out. Devin is your first software developer AI. Copilot, right, is something to help your existing engineers to do the basic stuff. Does it actually do all the other crazy stuff? Not really. But the other one is designers. Everyone's like, oh, well, you can never replace creativity. Well, let me tell you something. AI music has been being generated for the past probably 7 years. And that generated music is becoming more and more popular. They're generating the music, putting an artist that you're familiar with on top of it, and releasing another hit. And that music is being generated on a regular basis. So music is being generated, images are being generated. We now know videos can be generated. And you can do all that from text, right? You can do now actually you can do it from speech. So you can actually talk to your favorite system, like Jarvis. For those who don't know, Iron Man Jarvis is the assistant, and you can just talk to him and say, "Hey, Jarvis, do this for me," and it would be like, okay, and it will build it. It will do it with Midjourney. It will do it with Dolly. It will do it with ChatGPT. It will do it with 15 other LLMs that are out there. There's Claude that came out. There's a new chip that just came out last week by NVIDIA that generally, let's talk about that because I was watching that and it was like amazing. So every 10 years, we generally do 100 times like technology growth. I think it's 100x. Anyway, in the past 7 years, we have done 1,000 times the amount of processing power in seven years. So we have 3 more years to actually do even more um, for that 10-year mark. It's crazy of what it can actually do. So now with all of this new processing power getting uh, more powerful, hopefully more compact, then faster results time. One of the big problems in interacting with anything through voice, and you'll notice this on Siri, right? You'll talk to it and it will allow you to respond, right? So you'll ask it something simple like, "Hey Siri, what time is it?" And it'll have a delay, and then it'll be the current time is blah, blah, blah. Uh, but humans, as soon as they hear time, they start looking at their watch before you even finish your sentence and give your response. And that's the response time we expect when we interact with a human. So if we want to mimic that, we need that low latency, ultra low latency in response time, because we think way faster than computers. And we don't realize that because we're putting all of this context together. So for an LLM to actually respond as quick as that, it needs to have predictive analysis. That predictive analysis needs to actually identify the context of what you're asking and then produce a response in real time. And that's the hard part with all of it. That's why text is so much easier, because when you're dealing with voice, when I say text, I mean typing. When you're dealing with voice, it takes voice, then it converts it to text, then it converts it to something that the LLM can neural network map out to and map all the different predictive responses and then figure out what the best one was. What was it on Jeopardy when it had what was his name? Watson. When Watson actually was doing the competition, there was a delay, right? That delay is what we want to start reducing and reducing and reducing. Imagine if that delay could go non-existent. When you start getting into, I would say, sub 500 millisecond response time for anything, then it would actually be beneficial. So that is my take on the future of AI. There is some really concerns in regards to job loss and things like that. It's going to happen. Uh, get ready for it. Technology is moving so fast right now, and it's really exciting. And it's being able to build and build and build. And they have all of these other models, and everyone's like, "Oh, I want to train on my own data." No, you don't. Let's explain that real quick. You do not want to train on your own data. You cannot afford to do that. You want to fine tune an existing model on your real data. That's what you want to do. They're like, oh, but then everyone will have my data. Yeah, everyone's going to have your data anyway. There's certain levels of training that you're going to want to do, and everyone's like, oh, we want to keep this private. Well, the more data you have, the better the results are. And if you want to keep something private, then don't train on it. There is a book. Oh, that's what it was called. Uh, if you don't want, yeah, if you don't want people to buy, like there's a big concern of people buying land and taking up all. If you don't want people to buy all your land, stop selling it. Now we're in a data race right now. If you don't want people to use your data, don't upload it. Once it hits the cloud, it's gonna be hit by somebody. Somebody's gonna be training on it. There's lawsuits about the New York Times was used for training for something, I don't know. And just imagine if Wikipedia was used for training data, or, well, that actually would be really scary because Wikipedia is open source and people can start putting in false data there. And imagine if that data was being trained at that, wow, let's talk about this. If that data was being trained on incorrect data, and everyone's like, wow, these responses are really, really good. Well, they're as good as the data it was trained on. And you take somebody who has years of experience in a very, very specific field, or somebody who read about it on a weekend. The person who has that years of experience probably will have better responses because they can discern information correctly. But a lot of people have a problem discerning what is good and what is bad. They get the responses they want, but is the responses you want the right answer? And that is something that we need to consider, because any LLM out there and machine learning or any of that is as good as the data it's trained on. So if your data is trained on garbage data, then you're going to get garbage responses. But those garbage responses might be what you're looking for, and you don't even realize it. You're like, this is good enough. And that is very important. Good enough is okay in most cases. One of the things I learned while I was studying, I guess I don't want to mislead you. I was reading about it. I wasn't in college studying, but I was learning about AI and ML and hanging out with data science people, and really fascinating is if you're 98% accurate, then you're doing really well. To get that last 2% might take another 1,000 years, but to get to the 98%, it might take an hour. And it's crazy that when you start honing it down, the more accurate you want it to be, the longer it's going to take. So honestly, if I got a 98% on all my tests, I'd be okay with that. I don't need 100%. 100% is way overrated and not cost effective. So understand that computers, AI, like humans, will be inaccurate and it will not be 100% perfect. But that's our expectation. We expect perfection from a computer. And there was somebody who was talking about the autonomous cars, and I was like, well, let's say we have, and I don't know who did this. I should look this up. This is not my idea, but I am paraphrasing. It was amazing though. Let's say there's 100,000 car accidents a year in the United States. Okay. And those accidents can range from anything from a total fatality to a bumper fender bender, right? Well, let's say we get fully autonomous vehicles across the US, and we reduce that from 100,000 to only 10,000 accidents a year. Yeah, I'm pausing so you can actually take that in. Wait, that's great. That is a 90% improvement of car accidents, reduction of car accidents, 90% improvement. But if you talk to those 10,000 people that got in those accidents, they're going to be like, computers suck. AI is horrible. So until it's perfect, that one person is going to be that squeaky wheel and go, I'm going to sue the entire company out of business because they killed my daughter, right? And did that happen? Absolutely. Let's say we get it down to 99.99999%. And that one accident, and we have to realize that there will be mistakes made. And I use the cars because that's something everyone is familiar with. But imagine if a robot is doing surgery completely autonomously and they make a bad cut once, just once. Out of a million operations, they made one mistake and someone died. Well, we're going to sue the computer or the computer manufacturer or everything else. And that's going to be huge and blow up out of proportion and sucks. But I'll tell you right now, there are doctors out there that are making mistakes that are killing people. It happens. Uh, there are situations where they might not be able to make the right decision. Will they make that decision again? Probably not. They would learn something very valuable at the cost of somebody's life. And when you start bringing into the human factor of it, of like, we don't want people to die, and bringing that into the AI world, then you start to realize, oh, there are some limitations of what AI can do. And we need to be aware of the consequences of those mistakes. And are we willing to accept those mistakes as they occur? I don't know. I mean, there's going to be some people that are going to be like, yeah, people are going to die. It's fine. It's collateral damage for the progression of AI as a whole, and the world would be a better place, and blah, blah, blah. And then there's going to be the people that are so strong against it is one life too many. And I can see both sides of that, right? I'm a huge AI advocate. I love AI. I love automation. I love the way it's improving so many things and making our lives so much better. Um, but if it were to kill me, let's just be candid about it, I would not be a big fan. Right? So we need to think about what we're willing to sacrifice for the progression of technology. It's a lot to think about. There's a lot to discuss. There's a lot of benefits. Well, I got deep on this one. This is fun. Anyway, I want to say thanks for tuning in. I think I've gotten some of the stuff that I've figured out in regards to product hunt. So today's topic was product hunt. Oh, yeah, I did forget the one thing I was going to talk about. Let me get back to the code. And it was, I think I got rid of it. Um, yeah, let's look. Uh, yeah, it was this one. Yeah, okay. Let's close some of these. Oh, there it is. I knew I had it. All right. So this is the last thing I want to talk about, and then I'm going to go grab some coffee. Is Optimo. What is Optimo? It is a free, and it actually is free. And I will, as you can see, I am not logged in. I have not signed up. I am doing nothing. And let's say I want to create I want to make sure you can see it. I want to create a content calendar. Let's say keywords, uh, technology, AI, startups, and entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship. Looks good. Click to generate. Generating in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Boom. Done. Little dated there. Welcome to 2024. And visions, ethics in AI and responsible use. I was talking about that today. Climate change, privacy concerns. With a VC investing in AI startups, limitations and risks. Final thoughts and future prospects. So this is a content calendar for what? A month. Just like that. Gave me all these wonderful topics to talk about. Completely free. Thought it was amazing. Gave me some ideas on how to organize my actual podcast. So I was like, wow, that's actually really nice. So check that one out. It is up here, askoptimo.com. You can select different ones. I did the content calendar completely free, didn't log in, didn't sign in, didn't ask me for anything. It actually is a free product, and huge fan of things that stay true to that. They're like, it's a free product, but we need your email address, phone number, and social. This reconnection thing is kind of interesting. Anyway, that is all I had for today. That was a lot. Kind of went deep in some AI stuff today. Anyway, check out Product Hunt. Check it daily. Watch all the new products that are coming out every single day. And here, let's do this because this is fun. And it's amazing what it can do. It is amazing how fun it is. And I love these kind of effects. That was my dog. Sorry. And I think she needs to go out. And that means I'm going to go. So have a good one. And I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.